Hello, I'm Robin Cruce, owner-operator at Cruce Pest Management. So say you invite me over because you want to talk about a pest control issue that you're having. One of the biggest things is the interview when we're sitting down talking about what's been bugging you. I'm going to want to know things like where have you seen them, what time of day, have you been spraying along the way on your own? So the interview process leads me to areas where to inspect along with your help. From there, I determine a program of how we're going to take care of the problem, and I'm going to set proper expectations with you because you want to know what's going to happen along the way. Say you have roaches in your kitchen and they're really bad and you've been fighting them for a long time. I'm not going to be able to come in and kill them the very first day. It's going to take a process of steps. And there may be things that we discuss on your end that you've got to do along the way in order to help the problem. When I'm doing your quarterly pest control service, I sweep the eaves outside because I'm looking for wasp nests hanging out around your eaves, spider webs, kind of cleans the house up. But the most important part of me sweeping your eaves is it keeps me focused on your home and helps me do a very good inspection of what might be going on around your house. You may have a rodent issue and you don't even know it. And without me doing a proper inspection, I could walk right by the problem too. So I'm also looking for trailing ants, roach droppings, plants that are touching the house too close that could be causing a problem. Maybe I discussed with you that you need to empty the water pots out where you're growing your tomato plants because they're getting slimy and mosquitoes are building up in there. So it's also an education process, things that you need to do to help protect your home along with my help.
Now let's talk about, I want to ask you the question, because I noticed you are a lot different than other pest control companies. A lot of other pest control companies will come in and just spray the baseboards of these chemicals. What are those chemicals they spray, and what makes you different from just the guy who comes over and sprays those chemicals on baseboards around children and pets? What's the difference between you and that person?
Right. So I don't know what chemicals he's spraying. Hopefully he tells you when he leaves the house because that's really important that you know what kind of chemicals have been put into your home. I'm not going to come in and spray your baseboards. We're going to talk about the problems that you're having and where you're having them. Sometimes it's just an exterior treatment that I need to do where no product ever comes into your home, which is really the best way to go when you're raising a family and you've got children. If you can keep it on the outside, keep it out. But there are going to be times when maybe you have a problem and I do have to bring liquid in. I don't hose down baseboards for the simple fact that, our children are small, our pets hang out, lean against the wall, the kids use the wall to stand up, and you don't want them digging their hands through anywhere where the pesticides have been put. So I target areas where the family and the pets can't get to that. That also leads back to the interview. When you and I first meet up, I'm going to be asking questions like, are there children in the home? What are their ages? Are there pets? Is there a cat hiding under the bed somewhere that might accidentally get hit if I am looking for ants, or might come running out and startle me?
So let's talk about mosquitoes for, like in Florida here, that we have some, prominent insects that are, native to our area here in Tampa Bay and Riverview, Hollow Beach and Ruskin area. These bugs are here year-round. Can you explain these bugs and kind of give people a hint of what to look for and why they should call you and what they see?
Absolutely. Mosquitoes are a part of living in Florida. If you're going to be here, you're going to have to learn to deal with the mosquitoes. But there are things that I can do to help reduce the population around your home. I hear horror stories of how people can't even get in the front door because the mosquitoes are so bad. Well, I do have products that I can use to help repel them away from your home. The problem is there will always be mosquitoes, even with an abatement program like what I do. So you must protect yourself, wearing long sleeves at night, keeping mosquito repellent on yourself. Maybe I might discuss with you reducing the light that shines out into the yard at night, because mosquitoes are attracted by the light, which also attracts a lot of spiders to the home. You may have a bunch of beautiful bromeliads around your house. Well, those are just merely cups in the plant that hold water. As that water gets stagnant, mosquitoes like that. They lay their larvae in there, and then when it rains or the irrigation comes on, they tumble down, they come to life, and they come swarming out. So I would love to come talk to you about mosquito issues around your house. There's probably some things that you can even do to help reduce the population.
Okay, now let's talk about too your price points and you being local here. I know you on your website you offer discounts for veterans. You always have all kinds of different discounts for all kinds of things. I never see other pest controls, and they usually offer ads that usually equal the same amount of what they charge you. They play all these games with these ads and coupons that don't really save anybody's health. But what do you offer to people, and why do you do it?
I don't really have coupons or anything like that. I'm not a coupon kind of girl. But what I do is when I come to your house, I price accordingly to the problem. I inspect and interview to see how bad the problem is and set proper expectations, which usually require 1 to 2 follow-ups. I mean, even if the problem's really bad, it might be 4. And I price accordingly to that. And of course, in between services, if you ever have a problem, you just call me and I come back out. There's never an extra charge.
So do you charge for like coming to inspect for mosquitoes, or what do you charge for your inspections?
I never charge for my inspections. The only inspection I do charge for is termite inspections for real estate transactions. And they're not really something that I like to do, because termites are hidden insects. They could be right here behind this wall right now, and we don't even have a clue. And say I'm inspecting your house so you can buy it and get a loan from the bank, and I can't see termites behind the wall. That's kind of a bad thing. Everybody should do termite protection around their home, because it's the biggest investment that you have, and they could be in here for years. And if they ate up all the studs in here, the damage repair for this could be thousands of dollars, and your insurance does not cover you for that. Termite damage is devastating, and if you don't have a termite company providing you with protection, then that repair and retreatment is your responsibility.
So how did you get started? How did Cruce Pest become Cruce Pest? Where did it get started? Where did you gain all your tons of knowledge about all these different insects and rodents?
Yeah.
Where did you get all this information, and how did you start? Where did Cruce Pest start?
Cruce Pest started really just growing up here in Florida. I've been here all my life. I know that the bugs aren't going anywhere, and it looked like a pretty good industry for me to get into, being that I am highly driven for customer service. I always want the customer to have the best experience with me and my company when they come out, and be happy that they have Cruce Pest. I grew up under a large privately owned company in the state of Florida, where I learned from a lot of old timers that have been in the business for years. I learned how to hunt down termites back when we didn't have good products that would kill them. You had to actually locate them in order to get them under control. So that has put me a lot further ahead of the curve than the young people coming into the industry, because of the fact that they just don't have the knowledge of the construction of homes. They don't have the knowledge of Florida weather and how nothing ever dies around here. And they didn't spend many years in the trenches with older men in the industry learning every bit of knowledge that they had.